Welcome to Beauty Talk Podcast. I am Veronica, and today we're sitting down with Jezabel, a blonding and extension specialist, salon owner, and proud Latina entrepreneur who is changing the way we think about beauty and culture inside of the salon. From creating unforgettable first impressions to helping clients achieve their dream blonding without the damage to building fearless, Latina-forward community through the salon Be Bella. Jezabel shows us that beauty is way more than hair. It's about culture, confidence, and connections. And as always, a big thank you to our sponsor, G Skin and Beauty Institute, where future beauty professionals are trained with science, creativity, and cutting-edge skills to lead the industry. Jezabel, thank you so much for joining us today. I am so excited to interview you and for you to really educate us on what this new culture vibe, blonding, extensions world is really all about.
Honestly, thank you for the opportunity to just even come and share a little bit about everything basically here and just empowering the community.
I am so excited about this because we've already been talking a whole lot as we normally do anyway.
Yes.
And this is also something, you guys, that you can expect at Be Bella. I was a former client, and just because I live far away, I stopped coming and, all these things. But one thing that I can always say is that I always felt welcome. It was always like a little club scene. I knew that I was going to laugh, dance, llorar. I was going to eat. I was going to drink. We had everything going on when you come and visit you girls at Be Bella Salon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're always welcome to just stop in and hang out.
Yes.
I hope you know that. You don't ever have to make an appointment.
Thank you.
We just have to be open. That's it.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
just pop in.
And I just really need to make the drive because there's nobody like you, girl.
Oh, you're so sweet. And as I've told everybody, I appreciate when people make the drive to come and hang out with us and share their experience and us be able to take away a good head of hair. Hopefully.
Yeah. And a good experience overall.
Yes.
So where did this all start? How long have you been in the industry? What has brought you to this exact point?
Yeah, so I've been in the industry for 15 years now. It sounds very lengthy now that I say it out loud. Yeah. I've actually fell into the community and into the beauty industry. I truly wanted something that I could do as a side hustle during college. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did. Senior year, I went to school, high school half of the day, and then I went to beauty school the other half of the day. Then I signed up for college, and you know what? College was not for me, changed my major, and in the midst of it all, I fell in love with hair and the beauty industry. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm excited that I've been here this long, and I truly, it's fueled by passion.
I love that. Yeah. And when you first graduated from cosmetology school, you said, okay, fine, I'm doing the cosmetology. This is what I love. What was your career starting off? What was the trajectory of, everything until Be Bella was born?
So when I first graduated, I actually was working at a mom and pop salon.
Okay.
After beauty school, I stayed there for a little bit. Then I ventured off into what you would say a plaza hair salon, right? Something that you're just in and out. I was doing $6 haircuts.
Oh my goodness.
I just wanted a paycheck. I really wasn't looking to build inside of the beauty industry. Mm-hmm. And then throughout it, I realized that it's actually a really amazing space to be in. Mm-hmm. You get to know people better than sometimes their family gets to know them. And I think, honestly, that's the biggest thing that held me in. And I'm I think I kind of like building relationships.
Yeah.
Through all of that, through 9 salons later, Be Bella came forward, and I think there was a gap that I kept seeing. Mm-hmm. Nothing ever felt like home. Mm-hmm. Nothing ever felt like it was perfect. And by all means, I understand that no job is ever going to feel perfect. But I never felt at home. I never felt complete, and I didn't find what I was looking for until I opened up my own space. Mm-hmm. Now, when it came to my space, I was looking to actually just be solo, mm-hmm. In a suite and take my own clients and do that whole thing. I truly feel like this fell into my lap. I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found the space that I'm currently in out of nowhere, And I said, you know what? I'll still begin alone. I actually worked by myself for the first almost year before I welcomed anybody in, or opened up my doors, I should say, to the rest of the beauty community, because I wanted to make sure that I poured into this space everything that I dreamt of this space having. And with that being said, I feel like with all the love that was in there, everything that I poured in there, I finally went through, the gigs, the business plan. What do you want? What type of stylist do you want here? What type of environment do you want? What fulfills you in that way? And here we are, almost 4 years later.
4 years later.
Yes.
That is incredible for you to say. I remember when all of this was first happening.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And that when it first happened, I signed a lease and I found out I was pregnant a couple days later.
It was only a couple days later?
It was in the same week, Beto. I
my
signed
God.
the lease on a Monday and I was pregnant by Friday. I mean, not in the sense, but aware of my pregnancy.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yes. And that's literally why I hit the brakes and I was like, we're going to take this slow.
Yeah.
Because like any other mother, balance, there's no such thing as perfect balance, right? But I wanted to make sure that I was pouring into all the cups that I needed to, and fully prepared, or as prepared as I felt to take on. Yeah.
Creating a human.
Yeah, exactly.
And salon. So you were, this is so crazy to even think about, you know, my wheels are turning.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were literally creating a salon, which is a baby, essentially, and an actual baby.
I say all the time that I had twins.
That is insane, Jess. That is insane.
2 babies.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, this is why there's so much love there. You know?
Yeah.
That is why there's so much love there. So what do you think makes the best first impression? Or what is your goal for your first impression to be when people come into Be Bella?
So I want you to think of like going to your best friend's house. And this best friend, you've known them for 5 to 6 years. And you know that when you enter there, you can use the washroom, you can grab a snack, you can hang out and talk to the sister or the mom. And that's literally what I poured into the hair salon. When you walk in, no matter who you lock eyes with, no matter who's standing in front of the door, who might be greeting you, you're going to feel a warm welcome. You're going to feel a hug without a hug.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel like you have just stepped into known territory. Even if it's your first visit, I want you to feel like you could do whatever you want here. It doesn't matter if you ran 5 minutes late. We don't mind if you're 10 minutes early. If you need to warm up your food, I got a microwave. Let's get it together. Yeah.
Or I know that when I used to get my hair colored with you at even, and I think that you always had this culture within you.
Yeah.
Because I remember ordering food to the salon.
Yes.
And eating while I was getting my hair done.
Absolutely. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Why is that wrong?
No, I think it's like the perfect thing.
Yeah, no, it's totally perfect. But I feel like in other establishments, it's like foreseen like, oh, they're eating. Oh, yes, we're human.
Yeah, we're going to be here for 6-7 hours. Absolutely.
Yes. Better believe if you're spending more than 5 hours, I'm going to offer you a meal at least twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have to we have obviously snacks and stuff, but I will say, hey, do you want me to run across the street and get some tacos? Like I can go next door and grab you a sandwich. I really want you to feel at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think something else, and I don't know if you still offer this at Be Bella, but you have like workstations. So like for the girlies on the go, if you need to get your hair done, but you know you still need to be logged in at work and actually working,
Absolutely.
You have that space.
Yes. So we have it in the open space. We do have a working table where you could sit, log onto your Wi-Fi. If you need to take a call, we also have a private room that you can step into so that it's away from all the chatter. But no, totally. The world does not stop just because you came in here.
Yeah.
You got to take a call. Let's take a call.
Yeah.
You have to check on your baby. Check on your baby. Please feel free to open up your laptop. Feel free to take a nap. Whatever makes you comfortable, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing here is just like women empowerment.
Please.
Yeah. You're saying in all shapes and forms. And yes, guys, if you're a guy and you're listening to this, we do spend, you know, a lot of time at these salons trying to we make it look easy. But it's because we have a team, right?
Yes.
Of the people that take care of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You spend, like you said, 5, 6, 7, 8 I've spent up to 12 hours with people.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
one, thank you for sharing your space and your time with me.
Yeah.
And two, yes, you will walk out with Bama's hair, but I completely understand if you need to work a full shift while you're here. Open up that
Absolutely.
laptop, finish the book you're reading, do whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love it. So, in your industry, what is one of the most common mistakes that you see happening when people are trying to achieve those blonding results? Especially as like Latinas. I just want to like clarify too that, you know, Jezabel's main clientele are Latinas. So we're coming in with hair color like mine, you know, texture, curly, wavy, thick, you know, maybe even fine hair, but lots of it, and a little bit of trauma,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of trauma
So
sometimes.
how are you addressing us Latinas when we come in and say, I want blonde hair?
So the first thing I want you to know is before I even ask for the inspo, I want to know what your past experiences were when it comes to lightening. I've had people who have lost 80% of their hair in past situations. I have people more often that feel like they ask for something, the stylist says yes, and the result was not delivered. And then I also have people who are just fearful of that big B word, bleach.
Bleach.
Yes. So I feel like when we sit down, we have this conversation. I want you to feel so serene and so calm. And we're going to walk through what your history was. Now, for a lot of the clients, newer clients, I should say, they are not expecting us to do such a thorough investigation, I can say.
Yeah.
When it comes to like their hair, they're like, well, can't you just sit and color it? No, I want to know your ins and outs. How often are you washing your hair? What are you applying? Products are you applying to your hair? Where are you getting your hair done? Right? As if we have some girls that do drugstore, that's completely fine. I just need you to be open with me and without judgment too. And I think we make it very clear in the beginning that there's no judgment zone. Let me know your history. Let me know what you want to do. And then I can let you know, one, if it's attainable. And then two, if it fits your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're asking for maybe high maintenance things where you have to be in every 4 to 6 weeks. And if that's not attainable for your lifestyle and you just want to come in once or twice a year, then we might have to shift a gear because it's fine and it's completely fine. We might have to like change what you're looking at and like, you know, gear towards what is going to be comfortable for you and your lifestyle. Because the last thing I want is to give somebody dream hair and then find out in 6 weeks that one, maybe they didn't like the way their hair feels after because it's a lengthier process and there's so much work behind it and you have to do an additional hour of work at home. We get that cleared and out of the way in the beginning before you even agree to anything, before I'm even thinking about what to place in your hair. I want to know that you're going to be comfortable coming in every 6 weeks or coming in every 6 months.
Yeah.
And let's cater it to your lifestyle. If you're showing me that you want to be a platinum blonde that has 90s layers and is beautiful and va-voom and rollered out, but you are naturally textured, maybe a little curly. You don't like to spend much time on your hair. Your curly hair is not going to thrive in these types of situations.
Yeah.
And I just want to put that at the forefront because, yeah, I can't deliver it for you, but I want to make sure that you can maintain it and that you want to do the work that's behind it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Creating realistic expectations at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier, you guys. So I used to have like a little short bob, and I went into Jezabel Salon, and I was like, okay, I want to go. There was like a silver platinumly like blonde that was really in, and I was like, you know, I'm just sick of myself. I just want to do this platinum blonde, and it's like a grayish silver color. And you looked at me already knowing that I'm only gonna come in like once or twice a year.
Yes.
And you're like, are you ready to come in every 2 weeks? And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean?
I think you were more shook at the time frame, and you were like 2 weeks, and I'm like,
Yes, girl. Yeah.
yes. Honestly, I've also loved. I tell people too when they want these huge transformations, right? And I'm like, try it on a wig.
Yeah.
Try on a wig because wigs are cool to play with too. We don't have to commit 100% and foil your hair if you want it
Yeah.
for a moment. there are some amazing wig specialists out there that could make that happen.
Yeah.
But if we want to be realistic and have healthy hair and still live the same lifestyle and still only come twice a year, we're going to have to reel it back in.
Reel it back. Yeah. Probably not going silver,
Maybe
platinum,
like a
blonde.
silver strand. Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
Yes.
That was manageable for
also
my
a
lifestyle.
look.
Yes. We call it the mechon, right? The mechon, which is basically like a
the money
it's
piece.
The money piece.
Yeah.
A money piece, or it's like some people have that birthmark, right? Where it's like a hair birthmark, and then it's just like gray hair or white hair that comes out.
Yes, and it's beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I've seen a client who covers it all the time, and every time I see her, I'm like, you should really embrace this.
You're like, are you ready now?
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Gray hair is beautiful.
I
You don't
think so
always have
too.
to like cover it either.
And you know what I'm seeing, and I really appreciate this, especially in blondies in this area, that there are specialists out here that are transitioning these blondies into just growing out their white hair.
Yes.
I mean, the percentage of Caucasian women that I see in our area that are like 90% gray is astonishing.
Really?
In early age. I'm talking
You're
like
talking right now?
Right now, in their like late 30s, early 40s, just going gray.
Oh, so they're transitioning into the gray.
Just letting their
I
gray
feel like
come
it's
out.
so beautiful.
I think it is too.
Okay, and also there's this stigma of like, oh, men are like, what do they call them? Silver foxes.
Silver foxes. Oh, yeah.
Why can a woman not be a silver cheetah or a silver panther or something just as
Gazelle.
sexy? Yeah, literally. Yeah, let's embrace the gray. You don't always have to take it away. Yeah, and I do love that women are becoming a lot more comfortable with what naturally grows from there.
I like to attribute it to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes.
And this is it, or this is now the new series that came out, because she really was embracing that gray.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's about time somebody shows up without all the Botox. And you guys know that I'm into all of that stuff too. I'm not a hater, right? But I love to see the naturalness in somebody aging gracefully. Like, I think that's so beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are seeing it a lot more. You know who I saw too was Salma Hayek.
Oh, yes.
She doesn't cover her gray.
Yeah.
She just embraces it. And I love it. And I feel whatever your comfort level is as aging, I think age as gracefully as you would like to.
Absolutely.
But embrace those natural things too.
Absolutely. So when you're trying to keep this, we're talking about unnatural things, right? We're trying to keep Latinas. I mean, there are some Latinas that are, very blessed, and they have that blonde hair, right? That everybody wants. But when Latinas with my hair color are going blonde, what are some products that you recommend? And I know they differ from texture to texture, but could you give us like maybe your essential go-tos to keeping that hair healthy?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're stepping into like a blonding journey. And we do have a consultation. I let everybody know, let's start your routine now. If you don't have one, even better, because it'll all be new to you and you'll stick to it a little bit more. If you have products that you love, let me know about them and we can cocktail something that'll fit it perfect. Now, for me, there are 3 essentials that everybody, no matter your texture, your color, whatever is going on with your hair, and one is a leave-in conditioner.
Okay.
Now, the way that I like to talk about leave-in is that leave-in is like moisturizer, the way that moisturizer for your hair. So the way that we use body lotion on our body, right? That feeling that when you get out of the shower, you know how you feel like seca? Dry.
Yeah.
Like you're drying up.
You're like, eek,
yeah, and you're like, oh, it feels dry. And you put the lotion on, and that just gives you a soothing factor, right? Leave-in conditioner does the same thing for your hair.
Okay.
So you come out with clean hair. Leave-in conditioner, number 1. That's the one thing that I tell everybody. Doesn't matter. It's actually ageless as well. Children can use it as well. Build it up. That's your first base.
Okay.
Number 2 is going to be a mask or a deep conditioner.
Okay.
Love a deep conditioner. Now, that doesn't mean like only moisture. There are deep conditioners for everything nowadays.
Girl, yes. Break it down, because when you were breaking it down for me earlier, I didn't know that there was conditioning mask or treatments for flat hair.
Yes. So there are treatments and deep conditioners. Now, some are in salon and some are at home. Since we're focusing at home, there are masks now for fullness. Like let's say that you feel like your hair is a little limp, maybe it's not giving you the body that you want. There are masks for that. Now, let's say that you're feeling dry, which I feel is the most common.
Yeah.
There's masks to bring in moisture. Let's say that you're feeling brittle or damaged, which I feel is when people mostly run into, let me save my hair.
Yeah.
There are masks for that too, and the repairing mask, right?
Yeah.
If you want a little more shine to your hair, there are masks for that as well. So the mask world alone has a huge variety. And then in salon too, it has innovated a lot too, where you're like, I'm flat and dry. Can I get a treatment for that? Yes, you can. Or I have too big of hair and I need a little bit more control. There are treatments for that too. And it's non-invasive. There's no chemicals. It's literally a mask. So that one's going to be my number 2.
Okay.
My third and final one is a heat protectant.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be for the girlies that do apply heat to their hair. So it isn't necessarily for everyone, but anybody that does any type of blow drying, heat styling, diffusing as well, because sometimes diffusing gets left out. You need a heat protectant. Because what the heat protectant is going to do is what the heat protectant is going to do is help your hair stay as healthy as possible when we're applying the heat to our hair. Now, a little bit of heat is okay. We need that protectant. When you do it without the protectant, you can cause breakage. That's when you cause split ends. You can break the hair, and you can feel, the biggest one I feel that comes across is that you feel like your hair is not growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's happening to me. I'm just frying my hair out. Well, because it only grows up to this length and then that's it. It stops. That's it. It just plateaus. That's it. I want long, beautiful hair like my sister all the way down to her butt.
But
and I
you feel
never
like it
can grow it.
stops?
It just stops.
Do you take anything?
No.
So there's also like,
You're like, let's cut you out.
you see, I get it. Okay, so let's assess you. So you don't take any like, I feel like you would take like.
I mean, I take a multivitamin, like the Mary Roots, like spoon, but I don't take any like biotin or horsetail or.
Yeah, biotin I feel like is the most common. You know what's rising too a lot, and I hear a lot people talking about Nutrafol.
Oh yeah,
and that's like a 3-month thing. And with any of these supplements, any products, I also like to say like it's not going to save you on the first day.
Yeah,
you have to use them for
stay consistent.
Yeah, you got to stay consistent. Add it into your routine. And if you're like, this is overwhelming, whenever I can sense when a client's like, this is a lot of information. And I say, you know what? We're going to do the process. We've been through the products. And as I'm applying these products, I will show you how to do it at home. And maybe we'll only take home one product today. Maybe this is the one that we'll concentrate on. When you come back next time, I'm going to introduce another one too. Just learning people's habits too.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm big on habit stacking. I don't know about you, but sometimes I work and do skincare. Yeah. Right? Or maybe I have a mask chilling in my hair while I'm doing bedtime routine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And integrating one by one.
You have to.
You have to.
You have to. So when we're trying to time save and we're looking at these products and it's like the 2-in-1s.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Because I know people like hate on like the men's bar that is like hair, beard, and face.
Yes. Well, I mean, I feel like for scent factor, it works, right? But a 2-in-1, there are certain 2-in-1s that will work. And this is going to go back to your texture. Are you colored? Are you highlighted? Do you have extensions? That's when all those things kind of come in. Okay. Now, I feel like the biggest 2-in-1 that gets shown to is like a leave-in and a heat protector.
And heat protector, yeah. That's what I see.
I feel like that is really nice when being introduced to hair products. Okay. And like when you're starting up your routine, I love that. Sometimes if your texture is a little bit different, or let's say maybe you're damaged, sometimes that might not suffice the situation, but it's a good starting point nonetheless. Okay.
Something is better than nothing.
100%.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm never going to shame anyone for a 2-in-1. Okay. I love them. I think it's a great starting point. It's better than nothing. And let's start there. And then you can kind of, I like feedback. Yeah. And I do feel like when you're doing hair and all of this, it's a relationship that you're trying to keep. So let me know, did that work for you or not? So that I can gear you in a different direction. And maybe let's add a cream, right? Maybe you need a blow dry cream. Maybe you need something heavier because you're a little bit frizzier. We're trying to lock in the moisture. And we'll slowly build the products. And then your shelf will be perfect. Your hair will be perfect. And you will just walk more empowered and feeling better about
with
yourself
your hair
every single day. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it can change from seasons to seasons, which we don't have to go into all of that. But just know that just like your face makeup, you're not going to use the same type of makeup all year round.
Yes.
You know, you have to switch it up.
Yeah.
Your hair is an organ, right? Like, it's part of like your cutaneous tissue. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. And you know what the craziest thing about is, hair is dead.
Is it?
It's dead. So the moment that it grows out of your scalp, this is dead. So if anybody's like, I have dead hair, we all have dead hair.
We all have dead hair.
We all have dead hair. It's technically dead. So that's why you have to invest in the right products for your hair to keep it lively and keep it looking the way that you want it to look, whether it's like luscious and shiny or sleek and straight or the perfect diffused curls, like whatever you're looking for, you can achieve it, but it's going to take time.
A little bit of work. Yeah. Earlier when you were saying about the leave-in conditioner and the lotion analogy, like I know that once I put lotion on my skin, it looks more radiant, vibrant. And I'm assuming that's also what it's doing for your hair.
Yes.
Right? Because I never knew what to answer when people are like, why is your hair so shiny? But I've always used a leave-in conditioner.
Yes.
Always. So that explains it. Because I'm like, I don't know, my hair is, I guess it's just like this.
No, yeah. And you're moisturizing it.
I'm moisturizing it.
Yes. And that's why
brilliant.
It feels better. It helps detangling.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people do rip out their hair.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, this is just my hair. This is just how it is. I just kind of gotta whack at it, and we'll get there. And then the brush is full of hair, and the answer is leave it.
The answer is leave-in.
Yes.
That is great. That is definitely great. So for those who are looking, because you do not only blonding, but you also do extensions.
Yeah.
And what I really, really love and I want to highlight is that you do textured extensions too, which I love. I love seeing, like, especially like my little Puerto Rican girls that have that kinky curly hair that are now able to have like hair up to here because, you know, they can't grow it out past, you know, around their ears or something because of the texture. But now there's options for them too. So what are the key considerations that we should keep in mind before we're looking for an extension installation?
Yeah. So when looking for extensions, no matter your texture, but since we did talk on curly, let's start there. Do we want something that's going to be integrated and be permanent? And when I mean permanent, I mean like, it's going to live in your hair for 3 to 12 months? Do you want something for an event? Like, do you just want it? Are you maybe getting married and you have 6 weeks leading up to the wedding that you have events for, and you want your hair to shine a certain way? Well, then there's a certain integration for that. Do you want to invest more time daily into yourself? Or do you want something that you can tuck away in your drawer and then pull it out when you feel like you want to be that bad? You want to bring her out, you know? And I feel like all these things are super important, because if I integrate something that's going to be a little bit more permanent and maybe it doesn't fit your lifestyle, you're like, oh, I'll try it and we'll see what happens. And you don't end up liking that you have to spend an additional maybe 30 to 60 minutes a day on your hair. Well, then maybe that certain technique is not for you. So I do love that there's an array. I have options, if you will. Just like when dating, right? We all have options. When it comes to extensions, there is an obscene amount of options now. So if you're looking for something semi-permanent, we have that. When you're looking for something to emphasize your color and maybe get a little pop, we have that as well. If you're looking for something where you're like, I really want a lot of length, I want a change of color, I want a whole transformation, there are options for that. And they have their own like home maintenance and home care that comes with it as well. That we always discuss to make sure that you're comfortable with too.
That's brilliant. And you mentioned something earlier, because I know with all of these hormonal changes, and I feel like women were going through them, you know, faster and sooner than we ever have. But I know that, you know, when we're thinning up here on top, it's like, oh my gosh, well, if women are, scored on beauty by their hair, I can imagine going through something like that. And you mentioned something that was like seamless or beadless, or what's going on with that?
There's mesh integration now.
Okay.
And there are other options as well. So I'm a little more versed in the mesh integration. And what that basically is, it's adhered to your scalp by either a braided method or there's also a beaded method. Now, the downtime on this is that you have to be in the salon anywhere from every 6 to 8 weeks for maintenance. But it's a piece of hair that will literally cover any insecurity that you're currently feeling. So it covers the surface. Let's say it's on top, right? Because I feel like that's where it's most common as well. It gets adhered to your own hair in a healthy manner, and it's color matched, it's texture matched. So you can go swimming, you can shower with it, you can try different styles, you can put it up, and it's super versatile. And it covers up what we don't want to see. And it might just be because of moment, right? Maybe we had a baby. Maybe we're in transition.
Or
maybe
you're on medications,
Yes, there's always an answer. There's
I
always
love
an answer. And
that.
it's safe. So as long as you're getting it done by someone who is professionally trained, you will not experience more hair loss, right? From the actual integration. It's completely safe and it gives you a huge boost in confidence.
Yeah, I love that there's an option for women that are going through that because it's already hard enough, right, to be a woman. And I've also noticed this with like my clientele base, like if you're wearing a hijab, and I think the suffocation of like the hair cuticle is causing thinning and all of that. Well, at some point you got to take it off and still feel confident, right? Absolutely. So this is a great option for those girlies too. I mean, not that they're out in public a lot, but even just for their husbands, for themselves, in front of their kids, to feel confident like that. I think that's so beautiful, and I'm grateful that there are options and that you're offering those.
Yeah.
Like how exciting.
And you totally need to know all of your options. I think it's super important to, as women, that when we are making these huge changes to our physical self, right, that you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
And for your greater purpose is you.
Yeah.
And to feel more empowered and to wake up more confident.
Yeah.
And not necessarily because a man suggested it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean it like, because we all want to look cute for our man.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I mean it from that perspective.
Oh, no. I got it from that. No, and I'm tagging on the same.
But you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Because I mean, we're both in the beauty industry, and it kind of like irks me a little bit. Like if a man comes in, I mean, if he's like empowering or whatever, for his woman, then you're more than welcome. But if I have any kind of sense that she's being brought there by him, then that's like a super red flag to me. Like, then all of a sudden I feel like I need to bring out like that. Oh, no boys allowed. Actually, I don't know if you knew, but men can't be in here.
To talk.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That actually just gave me a great idea, because I'm like, maybe there should be a policy for that, because it should be a safe place to come into the salon and ask for what you want and really see yourself as the beauty version, right? That you want, not that somebody else expects.
I agree.
I love that you said that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm like, thank you.
I knew that's what you meant too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just wanted to boost the moment while you were there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that we even came back to it, because it needs to be reiterated, with our society. And, I feel like sometimes the standards feel unattainable, right? Because of everything that we see and all the perfectionism. But I'm happy to say that I feel like now we're looking at more organic and, relatable things, right? People that look more like us, and we're realizing that a lot of this other stuff is really fake.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm happy that we're having like an awakening.
And honestly, it's long overdue.
Absolutely.
Let's bring it all into the light.
Let's bring it all back. Yes, yes. So what are the latest trends and innovations that you see right now in your industry that, like with the world of extensions and the blonding, what are some new things that are coming around that are making your life easier and a better experience for your clients?
So I feel like clients educating themselves before they even walk in the door is super huge now.
Yeah.
With social media, I feel like a lot of questions can be answered at home, right? And I feel like that's also where doubts are made.
Yes.
Because if you see one bad experience, sometimes the client takes that into account, brings it in, and they're like, oh, well, this girl, I saw that she went through XYZ, and I know you're using the same products. I feel like when it comes to blonding and extensions, there is a big community that's like had traumatic things happen to them.
Absolutely.
And I think we saw a lot of that in 2020 when
Yeah.
people were doing their hair at home too.
Oh my God. I
Right?
can imagine what you walked into.
So I feel like it's a lot of hand holding.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. And bringing us forward, I feel like a lot of companies are taking into consideration that people want healthier results. People are taking care of their scalp health as well now too, which is huge. And when doing extensions, that clients are actually searching for people, or salons, I should say, stylists, that are doing the extensions the correct way. And they have a good rep behind them. And they know personally, like clients who have been there and their hair looks good and they take out the extensions and their hair is healthy. And I love extensions that have been able to grow our clients' hair. I have a good amount of clients who have used extensions as a resource to grow their own natural hair.
Yes. I remember you saying that.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's huge now. I don't feel like it's an end all. Like you always have to have it extensions if you're looking kind of like we were just talking right now, that you want your hair to get like long and luscious. Sometimes we need a little help, right? And this is where extensions step in. And there are healthy methods and there are things that you can do minimally. I love that now there's so many more texture matches. So if you are a girly that's like looking for the length and looking for the va-voom, you can get hair that's your texture, jump in the shower, maybe do a little bit of product, and then walk about your day and let them air dry a little bit. And they will match. You no more looking like an octopus out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know exactly what I'm
I know.
talking about.
My mind literally gave me a visual of what that would look like, where it's like curly hair and then some straight hairs like in between it, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's exactly. I love that. See, I painted a picture without painting one. Yes, so texture matching is so important. It's so huge right now that you can blow out your hair. It'll be fine. Your extensions, so we can put in some curly extensions, and then you can wear them curly. You can wear them blown out. You can curl them. You can put them up. The variety is there. And with blonding, going back to the health factor, everybody wants healthier hair now.
Yeah.
And they're not willing to risk the strands anymore. So I feel like there are a lot of companies now who do have either integrated it into their lightener, where it's a lot safer now with lightening, where the bleach is developed a little bit different. Bleach or lightener, whatever you want to call it. And then now the process is a lot safer, especially on brunettes.
Yeah.
We deal with a lot of brunettes, and the horror stories I've heard are traumatic.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to make sure that the client always knows that we're using the healthiest options. We're always leading with health. And with blonding, we're never going to push the hair past its given time. And we're always going to integrate extensions on hair in the healthy manner.
Yeah. So we're no longer doing like the $500 chemical haircuts. No. At least we're trying to avoid them as much as possible.
Oh, yeah, we don't want those.
Because I remember that. It was kind of like even like a funny, like almost like a badge of honor. Like, oh yeah, I fried off my hair. Like this is just a little chemical haircut, you know?
Or have you seen like the extension applications where they take out the extensions and their hair is not well anymore?
Oh, yes. Yes. Where it's like balding, parts are like missing in their hair, and then the hair looks like it's been chemically processed because it's like matted and
it's
like
huge too when it comes to like blending extensions and the actual maintenance of it. A lot of artists do different things. A lot of salons have their own protocol, but sometimes the actual client's hair, like the hair that they grow from their scalp, is not taken into consideration. And that's when you do have those bad applications and where you will have balding, and sometimes it is permanent. So
yeah.
I completely understand when people are super fearful of stepping into a salon and asking for extensions because they just have seen people who've been through the ringer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. And the whole thing about it not growing back, you guys, it's like a real thing. It's the same
Oh,
thing
yeah.
as like over plucking your eyebrows. I feel like hair on our body is sensitive. And also like if just think about this, something simple. I think most of us have tried a leg wax, at some point in our lives, right? Well, if you continue to do that, less and less hair is gonna grow back because there's only a lifespan. So think about that when you're doing things to the hair on your scalp.
Yeah.
It only has a lifespan.
Of so
Also,
long.
before it's like, you know what? I give up. I'm waving the white flag. I'm
Yes. I am
done.
literally disintegrating as we speak.
As we speak.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I don't know if you've ever dove into the because we were speaking on like it is going to be hard to translate because la buena mano,
Like the good hand.
the good
yeah,
hand.
the good hand. Yeah.
Having a good hand and like cutting with love.
Yes. Oh, yes. And I understand what you're saying. So basically what Jezabel is trying to talk about is like the energy behind it, right?
Yes.
It's like you're bringing, like in our culture and the Latina culture, we can say, tiene la mano liviana, which means you have a light hand.
Yes.
Right? My hair always grows so much when you cut my hair,
Yes.
That's like the good hand, la mano
Yes.
liviana. And that's true.
Yeah.
That is so true, girl.
When you have a heavy hand, your hair will not grow.
Yeah, it'll resent you.
Yeah.
It'll resent you.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, take me back
Switch
to
your
that.
stylist, if that's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, take me back to the sports club once again and you see that I won't grow. Not to like bash anybody. I mean, everybody's like a great profession, but we're not doing like just like what is that called? Like we're not numbers. It's not a chop house. It's not a chop house. I think the beauty, and that's what I love, even for men now. Men in my groups, they're like, oh, well, I have my Friday appointment where I get my shave and this and that. And they started talking about the prices. But then I was like, well, when you're going there and you're paying $65 for your haircut, they're also washing your hair, right? Oh, yeah, of course. They always wash my hair. Well, if you need it blown out or dried, they do that too, right? Oh, yeah. Well, they do. But I mean, for $65, yeah, well, then they're also putting product in your hair. And you're all, like it's all these other things. And now they're like, oh, I see the value. They're trimming up their beards, their mustaches, their the hair in their ears. It's becoming a little experience for them too, which I love.
Yes. And they're using steamers on their face now. They're steaming the face for the beard, a little exfoliation mask sometimes. They're getting that extra love.
You guys, and if you haven't tried this, I mean, this is not what Be Bella offers, but you guys need to find that little love for yourselves too.
Yes.
It feels so good. And not to stray too far off the subject, but I went to go and get a skin analysis or a scalp analysis done. And they basically put a camera right in your scalp and they analyze your sebaceous glands, like the buildup, all of these things. But I did ask, if you don't have hair or you're a man, can you still benefit from something like this? And you guys, it is like the best massage that you'll ever have is to have that scalp massage. And I remember whenever I came to you, I'm like, this is my favorite part, because if you get a good hair wash, you guys, it's like, I mean, I'm even going to say it just out loud, but it's better than sex. To have that good, deep scalp massage is second to none.
Yes. And I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
That whenever we're training a new stylist or a new assistant in the salon, that's the first thing that they get taught is how to rub a head, basically.
Yeah.
How do we shampoo? And I let them know that if you learn how to give the best massage ever, you will never have an empty chair.
Never.
I promise you.
You may not even give the best haircuts, but if you give a good wash.
If you give a good wash, you're set.
They're coming back.
You're set. They're coming back because nobody else is doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's huge. If I feel like somebody's like scared to touch my hair, I'm like, oh no, here we go. Like, here we
When
go.
they do the splitting.
Oh my
of the hair,
God.
they're like, Like you feel it. You're
I
like,
get
you're
like even
scared.
like anxious. Like I'm like, oh my God, like get in there, touch my hair with like ganas, you know, with like, give me some oomph, make me
Yeah.
feel like
I
you got
agree.
my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need it.
Yeah. So when you were creating this salon space, you know, when I go in there, I feel like it's empowering, it's community driven. How do you maintain that culture? What are your motivations? What are your points that you refer back to? How do you get it to always feel that way?
Yeah. So when I was dreaming, right? Because we all go through a dreaming phase when building a business, right? I wanted the salon to always feel like it was flowing. Right? No matter if there was one person or if there were 15 people in there, I want it to feel like it's a flow and it's everybody's pleasure to be there. Right? You have moments and it's not always going to be amazing. I think it's going back to what you built and what you stand on as a salon. And as a leader, how are you leading? What are you putting? What values are we putting at the front? Right? When I talk to a stylist, about working where we're at, I go through what our core values are, what our mission is. And honestly, our mission is to bring empowerment to our community, to bring confidence through the hair, right? I feel like you are building personal relationships when you're underneath the building as well. So in order to motivate these stylists, I've gotten to know them on a deeper level and make sure that I know what their personal goals are and what they're driving for and why they show up every single day. And as a reminder every day, I'm like, hey, don't forget that we're working for that new car.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to get there. And we all have our days. We all have our moments where maybe we don't want to associate as much. But the big thing is working like a team. If I finish a client 30 minutes before, I will hop in on another foil. I will help somebody finish a blowout because I want them to feel like I am always there to help, like I'm always there to lead. And we can count on each other, vice versa. Somebody's running 5 minutes late. You know what? Itzel is not doing anything right now. She's going to cape her for you. She's going to prep her coffee for you. And she's going to chit chat for her for 5 minutes just while you finish up with Susan. You know, we're always going to have each other's back, and you can come in and you can't ask everybody for a haircut because we don't all do haircuts. But you can definitely ask anybody for a coffee. You can ask anybody for an opinion on a hair product. If you are in the back and another stylist is there, you can ask them what they're doing. We're very much culture driven, and I think that's what has pushed us forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with all of that being said, I feel like you've found a way to bring in your heritage, your Latina flavor, your fearlessness into the salon space and your socials. And so how is it that you came to say, this is me? This is me. I'm going to speak Spanish some days. I'm going to speak English some other days. And most days you're going to hear both.
Yes. Yeah, you will always hear both. A number one question when I have a new client is, do you speak Spanish?
Yeah. Yes.
And they're always like, and I'm like, I sometimes naturally will have a little Spanglish or a Spanish pop out. So I try to be mindful when I have a new client that doesn't speak Spanish. So the biggest thing for me, I think, with socials, and I'm just trying to be authentic. I'm trying to be my most authentic self. For a long time, I try to fit in a box or wear this hat where it's like, oh, we act a certain way here and you have to presume to be this way while you're clocked in. I honestly have grown out of that. I was never comfortable in that. I'm a circle. I don't fit in your square. And that's just kind of how it goes, you know? And I just want to be my most authentic self. And I want you to know that if you walk into the salon, that's the energy that you're going to feel, that you see on the stories, that you see on TikToks, whether we're talking about children or we're talking about hair. I'm always going to bring my most authentic self and just always be true to me. And in the midst of all of that, I just hope that empowers everybody else.
Yes.
To be their most authentic self.
And I think and I hope, right, that to whoever is listening, let this be like your trigger, right? To say, that's it. I was
This
like,
is the
wearing all
sign
these
you're
hats.
looking for.
This is the sign that you're looking for. Be your most authentic self, and however it comes. So we use a lot in like my house. We use the expression charabunga, and it's like even charabunga means like you're coming out with your hair all crazy, and maybe you got a little bit of toothpaste on, you know, or whatever. Or maybe you like to wear baggy jeans and big t-shirts on a regular, but when you show up like this. Well, it's like embracing all of those things, right? Embracing them all, like the good, the bad, the ugly, and saying, come, all of you. This is all of me, and I'm going to show all of it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is your sign to just be all of you.
All the time.
Yeah. And we said earlier too that we have an expression in Mexico that we say, no soy monedita de oro, which means I am not like a golden coin. Because if you give somebody a golden coin, nobody's going to be like, oh, no way, I don't need that golden coin, right? It's always going to sit well with everybody. But we're saying that none of us are a golden coin. You don't have to sit well with every single buddy. And if you don't, then they're just not your people.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as you're sitting well with yourself, you're happy with you, that is what's most important.
Absolutely.
We sometimes live a life to please others, and I'm like, wait a damn minute. Are you happy though?
No.
Do you enjoy that? And I feel it's so important.
Yeah.
Life is so small. I feel like when we're like 15, we think about like, oh, I have the rest of my life. No, life is now. Let's start living now. Be your most authentic self now. Love yourself, believe in yourself, all of it.
Yeah. No more performing.
No,
no more performing. We don't have time.
No.
So another thing that really stands out about you, Jezabel, is that you're not just a boss. You know, you're not just a boss. You're a teacher. And you don't just manage a team, but you mentor them, which I think is so, so valuable and so special. What is your approach to teaching your stylists, and how do you balance both being the leader and a collaborator?
So I would say that was probably the hardest thing to learn.
Yeah.
Myself, and be able to set yourself apart.
Yeah.
Right. And I will always be on this mission to continue to grow. I'll never stop learning. I'll never stop growing. But leading now has definitely like shown me this different picture overall, and just being able to categorize what I need to do. Right. So when it comes to leading and showing and teaching, I feel like that's where I flourish, and there's so much love in there. And I feel it. I'm like, oh, I love to do this. And I'm like, how do I build on this? How can I share this love? For me, I'm a hands-on experience, I like to say. I like to teach and do at the same time. So when you come into our community, and you could ask any one of our clients, I will step away from one client to help and mentor another stylist. We also don't use the S word is prohibited, which is sorry. Okay. We don't say sorry in the salon. You never have to apologize, because I know that you're looking for leadership. You're looking for help, and I'm here to help you. So I will step away, and I will, on the client, ask for permission, of course. And we're all hands on. So we come in and you're like, I really just want to learn how to take brown hair and take it to be blonde. And I want to build a clientele on being a blonde specialist. Okay, well, sit down and take notes, because this is going to take a year. We're going to go through X amount of models, and I will pan out a map for every single stylist if this is what they truly want to do. And always having touch base stories. I feel like communication is key, just like when it comes to like communicating with our clients. I pour even more communication into our stylists, and I want to know that I want you to be happy, and I want you to be bigger and better than I have ever been. And you don't need to grow to be me. You can. I want you to grow to be you. And if you want to be the best barber on this planet, I might not be the one for you. And I will also say that. If you're like, I'm interested in med setting, okay, we're going to find someone to mentor you. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah. That's how
So I love that, like, you know, not only, you know, are you a mentor, but you lead by example. Like, you're not going to tell them to do something that you're not comfortable doing yourself, which I love. And so can you share, a moment where one of your team members like maybe witness you roll up your sleeves and shift and say, okay, we're here to help you, to support you? Like, has there ever been a case where you're like, oh my gosh, this woman isn't lifting, or what is going on, that you've said, okay, I can stop everything that I'm doing right now and let's all throw hands in here?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do extensive transformations, and sometimes we are taking clients from dark to very light. And sometimes these processes are extensive, 8 to 10 to 12 hours. I remember a time specifically where I had left for the day to go to dinner with my family. I had finished my clients, finished everything I had to do, and I checked back in, and one of my stylists was still there. And she was not struggling, but this project was just big. I dropped off my family at home, and I showed up at the salon, and I said, hey, are you almost done cutting? And she's like, yeah, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm here to help you blow dry.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but didn't you go out? I'm like, I already had dinner. You deserve to go home and have dinner with your family too. I came in. She's like, you still have chocolate on your shirt. Yes, vine manchada y todo.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I had ice cream. And I came in. I grabbed the blow dryer, and I'm like, hey, how are we blow drying her? What are we doing? How are we styling her? And she smiled. And I just remember her smiling. She was like, nobody's ever done this for me before. And I'm like, we have to work like a team.
She was probably thinking like, damn, I'm going to be here for at least another hour,
to
hour 30.
dry.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't sat down. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And actually that particular situation made me realize, like, how can we make this easier without taking out, obviously, the quality?
Yeah.
So now people that are training and come in after doing multiple models, we do co-foiling now. So like if you are an extensive project, if you are someone that's going to take a long time for one person to do, if it takes one person more than 6 hours to take care of a guest, then 2 people are working on it.
You're double teaming.
Yes, we're double teaming. We're doing this together, and
I love it.
we cannot be here for 10 hours.
This sounds like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen era.
Oh,
Do you use that? Yes.
Nothing but net here.
Nothing but net.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I think that's just such a empowering community. And I love that you came in and, helped her out that way, because anybody in the beauty industry knows how trying and taxing that is, because half the time you're like sneaking in the back and having like a scoop of peanut butter to tie you through the day, because you're like, that's all I have time for, so that's wonderful.
We need to stop that.
I know.
Please eat. Please take a break. Please sit down, eat a taco, have something to drink. Do not malnourish yourself.
Yeah.
That's huge in the salon too. Checking in with the girls. If the girls do work past a certain, after 6 hours, you do have a break in your schedule.
Okay.
And you need to go sit and you need to go eat.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I need to implement that in my own life.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I am so bad. But then that's why sicknesses happen, you guys. So like eat when you need to. But getting back on track. So I know that sometimes, I know that we're really emphasizing the community and the culture in your salon, but the beauty industry has a notorious kind of, preconceived notion of being competitive. And, kind of like, competitive and also cattiness. That's the word that I was looking for.
Yeah.
So how do you foster collaboration and sisterhood and growth over comparison in the salon?
Yeah. So I've worked now with my own 10 salons. I have a lot of friends that don't work in my salon, that do hair. And I've had the pleasure of meeting an immense amount of hairstylists. Anytime I'm around them, it's never a competition, okay? And even stylists with each other that work under the same salon, it should never be viewed as a competition.
Yeah.
If anything, you should view that as an anchor to what you're building, okay? Because there are days that you're going to be sick, and you cannot have all the clients in the world.
Yeah.
I always lead with, you must not burn the bridges, because we are building a lot of bridges when it comes to meeting new hairstylists. I meet hairstylists all the time, and they're like, "Oh, like do you work?" Yes, I own a hair salon, but I want you to know, like, what do you specialize in? Right? People let's talk about stylists outside of the salon.
Oh, yeah.
What do you specialize in? They're like, "Oh, well, I do blonding and I do extensions." "Oh, you do the same thing we do." Amazing. Let's keep in contact, because sometimes we have to turn away guests.
Yeah.
And I would love someone to be able to turn them too.
Yeah.
Same thing. We don't perform all the services in the world. And I think it's amazing to have those connections with other stylists outside of the
100%.
salon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? We don't do Brazilian blowouts. Guess what? We have a connect for you.
Yes.
And they're not far off.
But then they're more likely to still refer you, because they're like, oh,
Yes.
she could have fried my hair up in that salon saying that we do all the things, but now I trust her because she referred me
Yes.
over here. And now my hair is
100%.
still intact.
We will never be able to take on all the clients in the world. Yeah. And I think it's important to build that community. Again, you're going to always come across a certain situation where you need help from outside.
Yeah.
You know, or you need someone in your back pocket. We don't do makeup, but we know makeup artists.
Yeah.
We might not do updos, but we have updo hookups for you.
Yeah.
And just really honing in on being able to share the wealth, right? And when I say wealth, I don't mean just money.
Yeah.
Because I think wealth is a lot more than money.
Yeah.
And if you don't work Sundays,
Knowledge, resources,
yes, girl,
time.
everything.
Yeah.
The days that we're closed, hey, we're closed, but XYZ is open.
Yeah.
We can't take you today, but you know what? Down the street, I heard that they always do great haircuts. You should try them
Yeah.
out. Yeah, and just embracing it and not leaving people on red or not responding overall or just saying good luck.
I think that brings in bad karma too.
Oh, it has to.
Right? It has to. Yeah. You just got to be forward and say, hey, either I'm not capacitated for this, or I'm not in, or whatever it is. Just be honest.
I agree. Learning to say no
Yeah.
is super empowering too.
That's huge.
Like, if you are not 100% confident that you are going to be able to take this on, refer out. Or use the strength in no.
Yeah.
No, I can't take this. No, I can't do this for you. It goes against my values. I'm going to burn your hair. Going back to square one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I veered off.
So I think, like, right now we're talking about how, I think that's also a very good thing to say for our new stylists, right? The new girlies that are coming into the field and all of this. So what impact do you hope to make on the younger generation of stylists when you're building, when they're building their own brand?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I feel like more than ever, a lot of people like to call them baby stylists, but fresh cosmetology licensed stylists, I think they come out so motivated and ready to get in the ring and get going. And just be careful what environment you choose. I do believe that it's been popular now to be like, oh, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to open up my studio. But they do not know what they're in for.
No.
They do not know. If I can say one thing, it's even if it's for a year, like, work under someone. Look for a mentor or someone that you look up to or someone that you feel like you could learn from, and become empowered and gather those resources to be able to take your business and your brand in the direction that you want to. I think a lot of times I've also come across and worked with a lot of stylists through various salons that I've been at where they stopped doing hair because they became uninspired. They had the wrong people leading them, or they were just not in the environment that they deserve to be in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's so important, choosing the right environment, choosing the right mentor. If you want to specialize in curly hair, do not work in a salon where they don't offer that.
Or in an area where the demographic is not so much of curly hair.
Yes.
Position yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
And social media, I feel like, use that as your
resource.
Yeah. It's an incredible free resource.
Absolutely.
I built my clientele through social media, so they should be friendly in that area too.
Yeah.
Be social.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's great. And I just want to give like a huge applause to you saying that that it's very beneficial to work, maybe we say under, but it's really alongside somebody else that has already done it, experienced it. Mentorship has been one of the best things that I've ever done for my own business. And I can say that to everybody else, there's nothing like, messing up somebody's hair and then being like, damn, now what do I do? And waiting for somebody to text you back. But if you're in a salon space, you can go to one of the girls and say, hey, I turned this hair green. What formulation do I use to get this better?
Yes.
I think that is so valuable. That is so valuable.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you would like to leave our audience with before we go?
If I could say one thing, is just find your community, because your community is waiting for you. Your community is out there. You do not need to stand alone. This is a big, scary world, and it's okay to hold someone's hand in it.
Oh, that's so good. You're such a mama bear.
Oh, man, I'm a mama bear.
Yes, you are. You are such a mama bear.
Yeah.
Well, I love that, Jezabel. And thank you so much for pouring into us as you have. And so thanks again for coming in here and pouring into us the way that you did. And I hope that this is an inspiration for new generations to come, or if somebody's feeling stagnant and doesn't know their home, that, they can start all over again. And for anybody who is new to our industry and doesn't feel welcome in their environment, there are women just like Jezabel that are creating environments that are just for you. It doesn't have to be, a square. Some of us are circles and some of us are triangles, right? So, or you could be just like Jezabel and create your own lane. Okay, so we're here to empower you. A huge thank you to our sponsor, G Skin and Beauty Institute, for empowering the next generation of beauty professionals in every single way. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share with a friend, and leave us a review. And until next time, stay radiant, stay confident, and always keep learning. Well, that was amazing.